morning. Thank you for coming here. I'm really nervous and my heartbeat is increasing now. And first, after all, comparing to their presentation, my topic is a little bit serious and not interesting. Yes. So now I want to start with a question. When do you feel your development as a person? When do you think you became more mature than before? And how can develop as a person? Sorry, I'm really nervous. Okay, when you overcome some big problems or hardships, or when you attain some great achievements, and almost all people can feel this kind of feeling when you overcome something, when you attain something. And my point is, for example, when your confession is refused by your boyfriend or girlfriend, what do you feel at that time? In my case, I'll be upset, and maybe I will look for the cause of it, and I will realize at that time I should be more talkative person, I should be more calm person, something like that. At least we can learn something from this experience. And as I mentioned intentionally, I said experience. Can we call this kind of incidents as experience? Or, yes, we consider it as experience. So, it seems like when we want to develop ourselves, it seems like we just should experience, go through life as long as we can. We should just experience. Sounds like it's really easy, simple, don't you think so? But actually, what do you think? Can you get all sorts of experiences? Let's say, can you become top athlete like Park Ji-sun or Kim Yona? Or let's say, can you become billionaire like Bill Gates? You know, it's quite hard for us to become that kind of person. Have you ever experienced this kind of specific experience? Maybe no, so far. What about this one? It's totally impossible for us men, including me, and of course including gay. Can we be pregnant? For us men, it's totally impossible. But I think all men must experience this one because it's really rare experience. I think we should. And this is fact. Some men really want to be pregnant. I think. At least, I really want to be pregnant. But it's unfair. Women can be pregnant, but men cannot be pregnant. It's unfair. And so, my point, did you understand what I want to tell you now? Each person can get only some experiences in their lifetime. And the experience which each person can experience is limited. Life is limited, time is limited. So I want to ask you the same question. Can we get all of these experiences in our lifetime? No, we cannot. Definitely we cannot. But it's a little bit unfair, right? I think we have the right to experience all of these since we are human. In fact, we can do that. We can do that. But how? Yes, this is the topic, my topic. You'll be confused. By the way, do you like reading a book? Do you like reading a book? No? Yes? Some people said yes, some people said no. Reading a book is not only for enjoying. You know, some great person have become some great authors of the book. And I mean, you can get a simulated experience through reading a book. In that time, in my case, when I was in Japan, I read a lot of books and I read at least 3 or 4. And sometimes I read 10 to 15 book in a month. To enjoy is of course possible, but in my case, to experience. If you want to develop yourselves, I want to suggest that way. That's the most effective way to experience special one, like to be billionaire, like to be a top athlete. And for some people, reading a book is really boring. But first, yes, manga is possible. Japanese manga is possible, and also but I want to suggest history book or philosophy book. I want to suggest, and if you do so that. Sometimes, I always try to understand their opinions, but sometimes I cannot agree with their opinions. What I'm trying to say is, I can understand, sometimes I cannot agree with their opinions. Trying to understand is the most important thing when it comes to reading a book. It is just my opinion. And if you do so that, don't be swayed with your own thoughts and stereotype. You should be flexible when you read a book. And after that, if you do so that, you can learn a lot, definitely. And I believe, and I will assure you, we can develop as a person. Thank you.